off, you're going to need to log in. I've put a link at the bottom of the page so that you know where your login page is. And to find out your admin and username password, you may have to ask your site administrator, or if you already know it, you can log in like this. So once you've logged in, you'll get a back end like this with your tabs down the left hand side, and you'll want to go to pages. And all pages will bring up the list of pages, and the same goes for posts if you click on all posts. So we're going to click on all pages. That'll bring up your list. If you click on the title of a page, you'll be able to open up the edit page like this. And you've got your text and all your statuses and stuff like that. And if you look at the top, you can click view page. Now this will bring up the page as it is. So if you've put text in already, it'll show up as you've written it. So if we go up to the top again, we can edit the page. So we're okay with this page. We're going to want to add a new one. So once this is loaded, if you click the button at the top, that'll add a new one. But this can also be accessed from here on the left hand side. So we're going to call this page About Her, and if you click in the text box in the middle, it'll bring up this link tab at the top, so you can rename the link. So we're going to call this About Company. And click OK, and that'll save it. So now that will be the link that you can access the site from. So this is like a word processing box, and if I just type online in here, the subheader, and highlight it, I'll be able to add any of these things as attributes, but there are more. If you click on this toolbar toggle button, now that opens up sizes and colors and things like that. So if we highlight the text and change the size, so this will be a subheader. We probably don't want heading 1, but if you go for heading 2 or 3 sometimes, that'll be a nice subheading size. The default is paragraph here. So if we go for heading 2, and there we are, that gives us a nice header. So once you click enter, the next line will always be a paragraph. This is just down to how the logic of WordPress works. And if we highlight that, we can add, let's have a look. We can go and bold it, or italic it, or underline it, which is just like Word. So if we bold this one and move down to the next line, make this important that you remember, and underline it, and it's just simple things like this, and you just go through and you're able to change it as if you were in Word. And if you're not familiar with Word, it's quite fast to pick up. It's easy and logical, and you're probably not going to get lost as there's minimal number of buttons. Another cool thing you can do is you can add lists. So there's bulleted lists and numbered lists. We're going to go for a bulleted list, and all you have to do is type the text in the first point and then push enter and add another point. You can also, if I highlight and get rid of this, write in your points on new lines, highlight them both, and click the one that you want. Now if you press enter again and add another point, you're able to indent them. So let's say this is a subheading point. You can indent the increase from here, or decrease the indent from the button on the left. So there we go. If you enter out of it twice, you'll be able to get back to the normal paragraph. So there's a numbered bullet point. So next we're going to add links. So if I write a line, this is a link, and highlight the link word. Up here you've got insert and edit and remove link. So we're going to want to insert and edit a link. And in here you can add your link, so we're going to link to our website. And the title here is what would show in the little box if you hovered over. So this can be anything, or a description or something like that. But you're also able to access any internal posts. So if that doesn't show, click that little link there. And from there you can click any, but we're not going to. Opening a link in a new window or tab is just so that you don't lose the page that you're currently on. There's the title if you hover over, Cyberfrog. But let's say you didn't want the link. If you highlight it and go up to the button next to it, the remove link button, and click. It will remove the link. So we're going to look at undo now. If let's say you didn't want to do that, click that and it will bring that back. And you can cycle through all the others, you can redo them with the button next to it. So now we're going to move on to color. So we'll highlight the subheader and we click this little button. You already have predefined colors, but if you click custom, you're able to add your own. Alongside this, you can add a hex code on here on the right. But we're going to go for a nice blue, just freehand. If you click OK, and there we are. There's the nice blue. Next is justification. You're able to align your text any way you want, and this just requires you to highlight the text you want to move and click. I guess justify wasn't a good idea because you obviously haven't got long lines, but if you align left, you can align center and align right. I'll just show you that. There we go. And you can move them all the way back like that. So yeah, justify fills in the text into the box that it contains, and I guess the rest of it you just have to play around with. If we click publish over here, this saves the page, and once it refreshes, it'll give you a little link at the top here that says view page, and that tells you that it's been published. So if you click that, and here we are, there's our page with all our text and links. There we go. So all of that shows up as it would. Colors are in there, and there's the main title. This is always the title of the page, so if you write in something, that's what's going to be there, and that's just this bit. So if we look in this now, just up here we have the default template. Now templates are the way that the page is set out, and you may have a list, you may have a couple, you may even have none, but most of them come with a couple. So we want to just go for a full width with no sidebar, just to show you the page without a sidebar. If I update it again, once you've saved it, the button that says publish will be updated. That's also another way to view the page. So there we go, there's no sidebar here on the right. So if we go back to the dashboard and pages, all pages, and we're going to look at this, we've got bin. So if you click bin, it'll put it in the bin and you won't be able to access that page anymore. And this button up here will undo it if you ever make a mistake. So if you go to the pages, now that'll disappear. So let's say you wanted to get it back now, you click this bin tab, and we've got a couple of about us. So if you look at the last time it was modified, that will tell you the most recent one that we have. So if you highlight its checkbox, 2 minutes ago, there we go, and restore, that will put the page back in the normal list. There we go at the top. So there you go. You can now add, edit and remove your posts and pages from your WordPress site. Everything that I've said in this video so far is exactly the same for posts. So instead of going to the Pages tab, just select the posts.